Holy crap! This Transformers movie was really good! Bumblebee, released in 2018 and is directed by Travis Knight, who has also directed such films like Kubo and the Two Strings and Wildwood. And this film is starring Hailee Steinfeld, Jorge Lindeborg Jr., John Ortiz, Jason Drucker, Pamela Addion, and supposedly John Cena. I don't know, I couldn't see him the entire time. Cybertron has been overrun by the Decepticons, and the Autobot rebels are now scattered through the universe. And Optimus Prime gives one of his soldiers, B-127, the order to go to Earth to establish a home base for the Autobots to eventually arrive at. When B-127 arrives, he is badly wounded in a Decepticon fight, and goes into hiding away from the local military. Cut to an 18-year-old woman by the name of Charlie, who is desperately on the lookout for a brand new car and a reason to escape this mundane life that she is living and the grief of her father's recent passing. Well, she finds this run-down yellow beetle, who is B-127 in disguise, and they begin a loving relationship that is one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen on screen. I mean it. I am shocked. Like, this is part of the Transformers Michael Bay franchise. Talk about a Hail Mary. What happened here? I have said this in every single one of my Transformers reviews, that it's driving me crazy that we're trying to give personality and character and focusing on the human characters in the movie, and we're not giving any personality to the Transformers in the movie that is called Transformers. So when all of those complaints and suggestions are actually shown in this Transformers movie, my mind is fucking blown. This was such a loving story, and these characters of Bumblebee and Charlie are absolutely lovable, and I want them to continue in these Transformers films. I need Charlie in these movies, because Hailee Steinfeld is one of the best actresses working today. She is phenomenal in every single thing that she is in. I remember first seeing her in True Grit and thinking, wow, you are blowing these legendary actors, Matt Damon and Jeff Bridges, out of the fucking water. You are brilliant. And then Hawkeye, Pitch Perfect, all of the other projects that she's been a part of, she has been stellar. She has been wonderful. And here she is again, giving a wonderful performance and giving personality to this CGI character who can't fucking speak. That's when you know that you have hired a fantastic actor, because they are looking at basically a tennis ball going back and forth, and through her emoting and her reactions with this little tennis ball that is flopping back and forth, she is giving heart and she is giving feeling to this imaginary character. She's brilliant, and she's the heart of this movie. She makes this movie. And then there's the CGI behind Bumblebee, and the facial reactions, and the emotion that they give you through Bumblebee's just face. He can't talk. His voice communicator is damaged. He starts to learn to speak through the radio and famous movie quotes and things like that, but he doesn't have to. We just see it in his face and in his eyes, and this is all fucking CGI, and that's what this thing is so freaking great. He's a little lost puppy. Like, this is a Transformers version of Lassie, and I love it, because little Lassie here is going to save the planet, not from some, like, beam shooting up into the sky, apocalypse type event that's happening. No, the climax that we get in here is basically Bumblebee stopping a couple of Decepticons from signaling other Decepticons from coming here. So they're at a radio tower, basically. How refreshing is it that we're not having world-ending stakes in this movie? One, it wouldn't make sense because this is a prequel, and in the first Transformers movie, we had no idea what Transformers were. And secondly, it's just nice to have a smaller, contained film in this series that has been bloated and just overly exploded with the fireworks Michael Bay explosions that he loves to do. This movie is so heartfelt. It got me emotional. There were points where I had tears in my eyes. I was loving everything. And I know in other reviews, people have been giving John Cena a little grief with how he was playing his character in this film, but I really loved him. It's that John Cena charm and that John Cena wit that he is known for. He's bringing it to this film, and I love it. Plus, he's the only one in the CIA that's making any fucking sense. A couple of the other scientists were like, yeah, let's give the Decepticons access to our satellites and things. Never mind that the name of who they are Decepticons. Let's forget about that, but let's give them the access to all of our technology. And John Cena's there like, no, let's not do that. That's stupid. That's dumb. What are you doing? It's a Transformers movie that's still not about Transformers, but it's about grief. Because Charlie is going through the recent death of her father. It's hit her very hard, and her mother also hit her very hard, but she's also moved on. She's found someone else that she is in love with and is supporting her and helping her. But Charlie still hasn't moved on, and they were really big on engineering and big on working on the car in the garage. So when this yellow beetle comes in and is actually a living thing and actually has a personality, you can see that she is projecting a lot of her desires that this Transformer, Bumblebee, is actually her father just in car form. So she wants to be with him. She wants to tell him that she loves him one last time. That's why she cares so much about this Bumblebee character. And it's lovely. It is beautiful. It's one of my favorite things about this movie. Could the other Transformers films, like Rise of the Beast that comes out this weekend, could we have this type of storytelling in that movie and those movies to come? Because this is how you tell story. You focus on the plot and the characters first, and then the special effects, the CGI, the spectacle of everything, that will follow. That will come next. It's basic script writing 101, going all the way back to the Greek times when playwrights were doing Greek theater. They would focus on plot, character, theme, diction, music, and then spectacle. Bumblebee is an absolute delight. It is a beautiful film. It's an emotional film. The action set pieces that we do have in here are actually very thrilling, and you can tell who is who. The Decepticons are actually in some type of color coordination, and I really enjoy that. It's not just a yellow person fighting against multiple evil people who are in black and grays that you can barely tell who is who. The Decepticons in here have colors of blues and pinks, and they both have personalities. The audience has a sense of who the villains are. We have a sense of who the good guy is. And it just makes for a more delightful story. What a brand new concept! Bumblebee is absolutely fantastic. And this film's budget is way less than the previous Transformers films, and it shows not in the quality of the CGI, but it shows in that the focus is more so on the plot and the script and the characters, and not so much the explosion, visual effects-y type stuff that Michael Bay loves to do. Hopefully Michael Bay never directs another Transformers movie ever again, because if he does, he's just gonna ruin it, because there is potential here to have great films like this movie in this franchise. Keep him away, do stuff like this going forward. Hopefully Rise of the Beast does it. I'm gonna give Bumblebee 4.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
So guys, if you've seen Bumblebee, what did you think about it? What is your ranking of all of the Transformers films that have come out so far? If you've seen Rise of the Beast, where does that fall on your Transformers ranking list? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you'll know the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.